just because we disagree doesn't make you right or doesn't make me wrong or vice versa. Like, motherfuckers think because we having a disagreement that one of us is right, one of us is wrong. No, you not wrong. I just don't agree with the way you think about the situation. Or I'm not right because I look at the situation this way and you look at it a different way.
definitely.
But motherfuckers be sitting here like, I used to do that. I used to be in full-on arguments with motherfuckers. And then it's just like, man, if we can't sit here and disagree on some simple shit or maybe, you know, some important shit, and still be cool after, then that shit is it's a dub. Like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, we adults.
And at the end of the day, we should be able to have that conversation and keep it moving. I think a lot of times, though, sometimes people be in situations or have past situations where they're afraid to do that because it has ended abruptly, but you can't. Like, sometimes there's things that you just need to stand on. You know
but I'm not toxic because I disagree with you.
Not at all. And I'm not hard to communicate with because I disagree with you. It don't mean none of this.
I just don't agree. You express yourself, and I was like, I don't agree with this part of it or that part of it. You're not wrong for feeling how you feel or whatever. I just don't agree.
Exactly.
So we'll agree to disagree. And then, we never can come to a good. No, it ain't that. It's just we're not gonna see eye to eye on this, which ain't right or wrong. It's just you got your opinion, I got mine, and that's just where we're gonna leave it.
And it's okay to have it.
Yeah, it's definitely okay to have it, but we're not gonna sit here and come to this impasse where one of us gotta go one way or the other. No, you got your way of thinking and seeing things. I got my way of seeing things. I understand how you see it. You understand how I see it. We just see it how we see it.
It's also okay to. It's also okay to have that discourse and not have to label it nothing. You know what I'm saying?
What do you mean?
It's okay to have that discourse and not necessarily have to label it as you're gaslighting me, or when somebody disagrees with you, tell them that, you know what I'm saying, they don't understand what you're saying or anything of that nature. That's not the case. I think the other thing that happens in arguments, or when you in the heat of an argument like that, or
they say if you don't agree, that means you don't understand.
Number one, and number two, what I'm saying to you is sometimes you miss it because you're so in the mode, and I'm guilty of this myself. You're so in the mode of trying to respond to what somebody's saying or defend what somebody's saying instead of listening to what they're saying. But I also think there's a smooth space between somebody being able to be like, I can hear and validate where you're coming from, right? But I still don't agree with what you're saying.
Right.
I can validate that Travis did A, B, C, and D, and it made you feel this way. My bad, that wasn't my intent. However, I don't necessarily agree with the overall scope of where your anger is coming from or anything like that, and that is okay. But I'm learning that in real time, so it was something that I just wanted to kind of bring the course. But the other thing is, like,
I've definitely learned, because me and my niggas, we get into like little stupid ass debates like sports and shit like that all the time, and I've learned. This is like, and niggas could tell with me, because I used to, do the whole right and wrong, go back and forth. But I've also learned, like, no, I will leave the situation, I will leave the conversation. And you know what? I hear what you're saying. I disagree.
For sure.
And for me, it's over after that. We ain't got to go back and forth. We don't have to continue to you don't got to continue to try to convince me or make me agree. I understand what you're saying. I just don't agree with what you're saying. And another thing I tell motherfuckers all the time is like, just because you're telling the truth doesn't mean I have to believe you.
Make that one make sense, though.
Because you can be telling the truth, I just don't believe you. I'm not saying that you're not telling the truth, because I don't necessarily know whether it's true or not. And you call me a liar. No, I'm not calling you a liar. I'm just saying I don't believe you. It could be true, but I don't have enough facts. I don't have enough information on this subject to believe that whatever you're saying is true or not true. So, like when chicks will be like, "Oh, I ain't had sex in 3 months." Oh, you call me a liar? No, bitch, I'm not calling you a liar. I just don't believe you. It could be true. I don't know that it's true, but just because you tell me it's true, don't make it true.
Yeah, I guess what I'm asking you is, though.
So she could be telling the truth. She really ain't done it in 3 months. I still don't believe it.
And you don't have I get what you're saying. Let me ask you a question: do you believe in blind trust in any situation?
Blind trust?
In any situation, do you ever think it's okay to blindly trust someone in your?
Yeah, nigga, that's called parenting. Absolutely. I'm never gonna put my son in a bad situation. I'm never gonna steer him wrong. And he has to have that trust. Understand that dad's not gonna put me in harm's way. So you may not understand why I'm telling you to do what I'm telling you to do, but trust that ain't nothing gonna happen to you. Just do what the fuck I said.
I guess I'm also coming from the place of. I'm also coming from the place of, I guess, in a partnership. This is weird, though, because this is funny how shit happens. So I just had this conversation. Adam and Eve came back up, right?
Oh, shit.
So I'm just about to bring this to you. So basically, now that I got more, they basically saying, boom, serpent came, Eve eats, Eve then brings apple to Adam. Adam blindly just eats the apple instead of questioning, where did you get the apple from? Why are you giving me this apple? A, B, C, or D. So in that sense, that's where Adam is at fault because the first person who was put on the land was Adam. Adam said he was bored.
I don't think he blindly ate it though. I'm gonna let you finish my fault.
Listen, they said Adam came that was made first. He got bored, needed a partner, gave up the rib, ended up making a woman. Woman's there, which is Eve. Eve gets approached by Serpent. Serpent tells her, "Who is this?" Questions. She takes it anyway because it's appealing to the eye. Goes back to Adam, give him the apple. He eats. When God comes down walking, the nigga tells them, "Hey, yo, my mans, where are you at? What was you thinking? You knew you wasn't supposed to eat off that tree. Why you eat it too?"
That's why they ain't blind.
This is my point. Then how it ain't his fault?
What? That she ate it?
He ate after her.
Well, no, it's his fault that he ate it. It ain't his fault that she ate it.
So if he's first and he's supposed to lead, how is it not his fault that we are where we are?
I mean, because if we gonna go that route with it, then you gotta understand, nigga, Adam ain't fucking Lucifer, nigga. The nigga outsmarted your bitch. Nigga, that's not Adam's fault. It's Lucifer, nigga.
But it's Adam's fault in the sense that Adam.
You saying, well, how he let her do that? Nigga, Lucifer got to the, like I'm saying, he's the most high deceiving ass nigga there is. That ain't Adam's fault she got.
But then when she goes back to Adam, it is his fault that he didn't question.
1000% his fault that he was like, nah, you good. God already told me not to do that. You go ahead and have that though.
Yeah, that's what he should have did.
That's what he should have did.
But he did not.
Yeah, but I mean, pussy make you do crazy shit.
All right, man. I just wanted to get through. I got another unpopular opinion, which is very quick. I just keep seeing this shit. Boy, Kai, and that everybody doing coverage on this 23-year-old relationship. Celebrity breakups to me is just dumb.
23-year-old relationship.
These niggas 23 years old. He just had a relationship. Says shorty, the nigga Kai. Kai is 23 years old. Had a relationship with a shorty. Shorty supposedly cheating on son with NBA young boy. But there's grown niggas online talking about this nigga. It's a part of life. He got millions. He gonna find somebody else. Like, why the fuck we need to know? Why we always gotta know whose fault it was, what happened? Y'all niggas grown adult celebrities, have your relationship, break up by yourselves, leave that shit out. Is it made for good money? Yes, I understand. However, at the end of the day, some of us motherfuckers just don't give a fuck. But it also led me to ask this question. When your career and relationship profits or gains off of publicity or being in the public, do you then relinquish your right to have privacy in said relationship?
Yes.
So there's no space or form where you get to be upset that your relationship is in there if your relationship is if your relationship gains you money in the public.
So first of all, I feel like everybody should have a certain level of privacy, but going off of the scenario given as far as somebody making their relationship public and they have certain gains from that relationship, then you can't say, well, this portion of it is open to the public, but this portion is off the table. Like that's a real gray area.
Do you live by once you put things in the public, it's for them to consume?
Absolutely. When you, if you post something for everybody to see, then yeah, you can't get mad at the way it's
people
perceived.
Respond to that.
Yeah, you can't get mad at the way it's perceived. Now, if you didn't, then yeah. But that, motherfuckers have gotten legal action behind shit like that.
Yeah, for sure.
But like Johnny Depp, that nigga went through it with Shorty because she was trying to shit on him and fuck that movie up for him.
What was that nigga's name? What was her name? It wasn't Blake Lively.
I don't know the bitch name, but she.
But even that
she was wild.
Wow, nigga, she was slapping that nigga.
Yeah, like she did all that extra shit and was posting and talking crazy about that nigga, saying about how abusive and he was a drug addict and all that, and then he got that defamation lawsuit because the bitch was lying and she was trying to fuck up his image.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think if you gaining your money off of publicity, then at some point, don't get me wrong, I do believe you are entitled to have some level of privacy, but you also have relinquished that because you put what you.
So perfect example is the Kai Cenat nigga. Like you can't.
But he wasn't out there like that. Is kind of why I'm saying what I'm saying.
I don't want to hear that. Nah, because he did. Don't he do the shit where he live for 24 hours on the shit?
Yeah, but his shorty wasn't really on him like that.
But the point is, nigga, you can't make your whole life behind the camera live. Everybody gets to see every move you make every minute of the day, and then talk about privacy, nigga.
I'm not necessarily saying that he's mad about it. I think it made me think about it because one, the age of him. Like, he's like, we 36, he 23. Like, the nigga's gonna go through his ups and downs. He gonna go through breakups. Bitches gonna cheat on you. It don't matter how much money you got. It's gonna happen. Right. You know what I'm saying? But to have fucking, like, granted, I get it. You're one of the most famous streamer. You are the biggest streamer on the planet. You know what I'm saying? Besides speed and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not knocking you. Of course, you relinquish some of your right to be private. But when I've seen, I guess when I see you intentionally doing things to remain private in a sense, and then you got everybody talking about your shit, it's like, so at some point, when as a society do we look at it like, let's just let the shit live? You know what I'm saying? Do we need to know everything? Do we need to be in everybody's business? Like, at the end of the day,
certain motherfuckers is like that. Yeah, like me, like niggas like me and you, like I don't care. I didn't even know about the shit till you said it just now. Yeah, I don't give a fuck about that.
I'm only on that because I'm scrolling through my fucking phone. Especially with all these days off. Shout out to everybody off for school and all that shit. This lucky nigga just took the time off. He should be at work. I'm about to tell on him. But
I'm not
school shift, you know what I'm saying? All them school shift niggas. You know what I'm saying? We kicking it up. Put your feet up. Chill out.
So I'm excited to take
let's get to the topics though. So I was on Facebook. Shout out my man G Baker. I don't think it was him who posted it, but he did bring it up. But it was a conversation we kind of had, I think, in the past, but I came back up. So it's almost, I'm gonna preface this by saying this is how it is, but it's not really the debate. Coaches versus teacher debate. Basically, the conversation was about teachers get first right of refusal to coaches situation. This is not just here because I think the post was even from somewhere else. So
teachers get first right of refusal.
First right of refusal to coaching positions because they automatically work in the district. And they are incentivized. Okay. I'm just saying, some are incentivized because there's a stipend attached to your coaching. So on top of your salary, you're there. The issue that we're saying coaches versus teachers is not all, because I've seen, I know many teachers that are great coaches and are invested in the kids and invested in the sport, know what they're talking about, put the time in, all of that. So let me preface it, let me say that before I continue. However, there is another argument stating that there is athletes that might work in different professions that went to the schools that they would like to coach at, or just people who might be more qualified or might be more knowledgeable of the sport than said teacher that has the right of refusal before that person does to get the job, that are saying that, why is it so strict or why is it that way? And I guess, my question is, do you believe that teachers, because they are in the district, automatically should get first right of refusal to all coaching positions in the district? And if not, in what cases should it, if there was a solution to be able to make it more balanced for people who want to just love the game and coach in their alma mater or where they went to school at, what do you think that solution would be? So the first part was, one, do you think it's right that they get first right of refusal, or should it be the most qualified person?
I think it should be the most qualified person. Because like the same way you got to go to college to be a teacher, you got to get a degree, a degree in teaching, a degree in education. You can go to college and get a degree in coaching. So there's qualifications that need to be had in order to be a coach. Now, I will say that, you know, with being a teacher, people try to equate teaching to coaching. So, you're teaching, you're doing pretty much the same thing. It is, but it ain't.
It's not.
It is, but you're teaching somebody something, but teaching and coaching ain't the same thing. This is definitely not the same thing. And
similar.
It is similar. And that's why I say, like, you got to go to school for both of them to be able to do both. So, no, I think it should go to the most qualified person. I don't think it should just just because you're a teacher in the district, you get to coach track and field. No. If you don't know what the fuck you doing, then don't go in there fucking them kids' lives up.
Exactly. I think let me go further in that and just kind of mix these two questions together. Because a kind ago, you're saying you want the most qualified person to be there, be a coach. You need to go to school for both. I don't think you necessarily need to go to school completely for that.
No, I'm just saying not need to, but you can go. Like you can major in college in coaching. You can major in education. So with that being said, to say that, oh, well, it's a teacher, teachers get the first right of refusal. No, you may not be qualified to be a coach just because you're a teacher. Just like you can be a coach and you may not be qualified to be a fucking math teacher.
Now, the other thing that is weird, the other part of the argument was teachers have first right of refusal, but a coach can't go into a school and just take a teacher spot. Does that make sense?
Like, because you're not qualified to teach math.
To do so. So I guess my next question was, on a personal level or broader level, credentials and degree versus lived experience. Is there a space where lived experience trumps credentials and degrees? Or is Is there a profession, or do you think it always should be the most qualified or credentialed person?
It depends on the profession, bro. Because if we talking about a motherfucker working just the two extremes. You talking about a motherfucker working at Walmart? Do they need a fucking master's degree to work a cash register, or could that be some entry level stuff? You teach them how to do it, or they come in and you say, "Hey, I worked at this convenience store, that convenience store, that convenience store, so I know my way around the cash register. I don't need a degree for this. I have the experience. I've been doing this for a while." Then yeah. But if we talking about a motherfucker that is a heart surgeon, no, my nigga, I need to see some papers. I need to see some credentials. I need a pilot or some shit like that. Nah, my nigga, I need to see something saying you know what the fuck you doing and you certified in doing this before I just let you do this shit.
So in the space of coach and teacher, and I think we kind of had this debate a little bit before when we were talking about...
it says it on a lot of job applications.
I know, facts. But we said this when we were talking about McDaniels at Miami, the head coach of Miami, I think, when we had the same conversation. So I guess what I'm saying is, do you feel the same way pertaining to coach? If I played the sport, dropped average 95, fucking did all the things, coached a little bit, know the game, and I want to come back to my high school and coach, but you got Mr. John who averaged 4. Doesn't necessarily mean he don't know the game, but he's he might be from Syracuse, just came here to teach and wants to coach basketball as well. In that situation, who would you, as an AD, who would you choose? The lived experience person from here who played at a high level, or the coach who, if you had the opportunity to put them both at the same and pick, who would you pick in that space?
It's tough because the same way we're saying, like, just because you a teacher doesn't necessarily make you a coach. Just because you was an athlete that played at a high level, that doesn't mean you can coach the game. You was an excellent athlete, but not all athletes is coaches, my nigga.
Because they lack certain communication skills.
Like it's coaching is a skill, bro. Like it takes skill, and you have to develop that shit. You got to learn how to do the shit. Just the same way you do with teaching. So just because you was a good athlete, you could have been the fastest motherfucker on the field. That doesn't mean that translates into you teaching that to someone else, or at least teaching somebody that they have that potential to do that.
Do you see a world where, I think it has changed a little bit, because you see there has been on applications now more so where it's like college degree or 5 years work experience. Like you're starting to see that shit. But I think, do you agree? I think personally, and this could be a hot take or not, I believe that we got to go to a spot where, I'm not saying we discount, you're right. There are certain professions and specific professions that absolutely need certification, had to go to college. You had to learn where to put that needle when you giving a nigga a shot.
Yeah, like certain shit needs
certain shit that you need it for. So I'm not trying to take that off the board. But I would, specifically in the social services profession,
that's more experience.
Right? I would love it to lean more towards life experience. Or more towards...
I think it does.
And I think it is too.
I think
I'm in the profession and I'm seeing it.
It does.
Because, and I think
experience matters.
Experience has to matter in them situations, because you're not just dealing with X's and with
it ain't just
right answers. You're dealing with people with emotions that
right. That's where
meet people where
where experience becomes more valuable than
you know what I'm saying?
Education. So
I think you're right. I believe in certain professions it's absolutely pivotal that you have the education and the work and the know-how.
I can't be the only one that walk into a doctor's office and look on the wall and be like, yo, what this nigga know about it? Where this nigga went to school like?
All right, let's have another conversation.
I can't be the only one that do it. You walk into the doctor's office like, yeah, where that certificate at?
Do you judge your doctor based on how they look?
Do I based on how they look?
You go to urgent care.
I told you, but I look at the wall.
You see a nigga disheveled.
Wait a minute.
He might be tight. Here's the thing with the doc. Doc might have did a 24-hour shift, saved the nigga life, but he come to you at this point looking like he might have had a few. Do you judge your doctor, or you blindly trust their credentials? And honestly, our community don't ever necessarily sift out. We go to whatever doctor is available a lot of times.
Right. Or you like listen to who? This person's a good doctor. This person's a good doctor. You should go to this person.
Once you get like your insurance and shit, and you get a job, you start asking yourself, "Hey, is that a good doctor?"
Yeah,
but up until that point, nigga,
nah, you going to the one you've been at your whole life.
Yeah, so you telling you everything right. You done checked everything. You go in there, nigga say clean bill of health, walk out with a
listen. I done definitely been to some doctor's offices like, yo, that nigga ain't do shit.
Yeah, right. That nigga might not be the one for me. That's a fact. I'm the same way. We can't say and act like we're not judgmental. But nah, man, that was a dope conversation to have. I was just wondering, because the credentials versus degree and life experiences was something that I kind of thought would go in with the coaches and teachership, because it's like,
so I mean, to go off your question,
both ways.
To go off your question, say that the athlete is someone that can be a coach. He would make a good coach and all of that. I would go with the person with the experience in the game and they're known in the community, because they would be. I feel like they would be welcomed more. They would be taken in a more positive manner than some random teacher out the district that just got here and is looking to coach because he love the game. Now, I'm not saying don't give that man a position like an assistant coach, or something like that to get him into it so they could work together. But in that specific scenario, I would go with the athlete that's known, has the credentials, has the accolades, and has shown that he can be successful in the sport at a high level. I would go with the athlete.
Yeah, for sure. I think even just not even piggybacking off that, but just
I also don't think that the coach, not to cut you off, I don't think that the coach of a team, I don't like the whole, if you're gonna coach the team, you gotta work at the school. I don't like that shit.
I don't like that shit.
I don't like that shit. Just because they don't work at the school don't mean that they can't be a fucking coach. And I feel like if y'all outsourced more, y'all would be more successful. That's just my personal.
Because there's a lot of people that work with these kids in the community on a daily basis and a lot of it is just being able to reach that kid. Relatability. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Does that kid trust, or a lot of that's a lot of coaching itself. Can you motivate the kid to try their best at whatever skill they at? That's 90% of it. Can you get the most out of this child, right? To perform to the best of their ability.
I just feel like the athlete is going to be, in that aspect, the athlete is going to be perceived better and they're going to be taken in better, because you're looking at somebody that's like, at least for me, and I know a lot of athletes, when you young, you don't want to be coming in and you looking at your coach and you like, bro, they sitting here telling you to do something and we done all been there. You look at the coach like, nigga, you do it. Let me see you do it. You telling me to do this and you can't even do it.
Exactly. And I think it kind of even goes into what we're saying right now. Like, there's a different, like with the kids I work with and used to work with for the most part, because I'm in the school now, but like a lot of them kids come from shit that I ain't never seen in my life. You get what I'm saying to you? So there's a difference between having empathy, right, and fully understand it. Now, granted, I'm able to reach them children because I have a sense of empathy and a sense of reality that shows them, all right, I don't have to be this way. I could be this way and still be fly and cool, right? Mm-hmm. However, I have visibly seen niggas look at me and be like, I hear you. But then the nigga that came in that really just got out of jail that's trying to turn their life around, that nigga could say the exact same thing I just said to them. But they gonna listen to him. Mm-hmm. And it's not based off of nothing but the fact that I'm able to look at you, identify that you've been through what I've been through, or you know exactly what I'm going through a lived experience. And just because I know that, you know exactly where I'm at, I might be more apt to listen to what the fuck you saying to me. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And I think it ties into the same thing as it pertains to sports in coaching, you know what I mean? So yeah, man, I think it's that. But also,
I get out there and get it. Oh, you think you fast? Let me see something.
Exactly. Here's the other thing though, and I want to say this in defense of coaches. This is just completely a sidebar. If you niggas think it's the coach's responsibility to teach 13 6 to 8-year-olds all of the fundamentals in an hour's practice, you're fucking lying to yourself, nigga. You want to know what it takes? If you want the nigga to go be motherfucking Jordan or some of it, you're gonna have to go put the work in with your mans. I'm just saying that. Like, a lot of motherfuckers be looking at these youth coaches like, he's not teaching them right. What the fuck you want him to do with some of these niggas ain't ever touched a basketball, football, don't know what the rules are, don't know the difference between defense and offense, and you want him to do that for 13 of them motherfuckers in an hour's time. Granted, there is a lot they could do.
It's doable.
It's doable.
Because I'm one of them. That's why I'm being quiet. Because I'm one of them. It's definitely doable. It's definitely doable.
It's an hour.
It's
now,
doable.
Here's what I'm saying.
It's doable, guys.
Do I agree?
I'm not saying you're going to make them all fucking experts, but nigga, it's definitely.
Let me say this. Here's what I'm saying.
It can be done better. Now, I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm in that situation.
Let me say this. I'm with your parents to this extent. When you are spending motherfucking 30 or 40 minutes of practice trying to teach plays to a motherfucker that don't even know how to dribble or pass the ball, then we're wasting time. At the age we talking about, 6 to 8, it should be nothing but
fundamentals.
Up and down right,
fundamentals,
up and down left, defensive slides back and forth, how to hit the back.
You can do that in an hour.
I agree with that. So there is a lot of time wasted where coaches is trying to teach plays to win and get their son 39 points.
You're trying to teach plays instead of teaching
the fundamentals.
Entry level. It's fun. It ain't about plays. It's fundamental. You should be teaching them the fundamental. They should not be learning how to do 86 screen right. No, nigga. Teach them how to dribble. Teach them how to shoot. Teach them the positions. You sitting here in practice doing all sorts of dumb shit. Then you get to the game like, all right, you the shooting guard. And then you wonder why this 8-year-old looking at you like you got 10 heads, because you ain't never said shooting guard in practice, nigga. He don't know what the fuck you talking about because you don't sit down and take 10 minutes. All right, this is what this position is. That's what, that. No, it's doable in an hour, my nigga. It's doable.
I get what you're saying.
It's doable. So
it takes more than that hour.
It definitely takes more than that.
Takes more than an hour.
My thing is, you as a parent, you got to go put that extra work in if you want them to learn. Okay, this is what he means when he says this, or this is what he means when he does this, or this is what when he tells you this, we're gonna put it into play this way. But as far as the fundamentals of any sport, yes, if this is entry level, this is the first year this child can play this sport, you have to teach them the fundamentals. Coming out of there, I don't give a fuck if my nigga knows how to fucking run a play. I care that he knows what all the positions are. He knows what a rebound is. He knows what a steal is. He knows, like, I want him to learn. That's what you're supposed to be teaching him.
I agree with that.
Shit.
I agree with that.
Entry level shit.
That is an anger to have, but you niggas can't be mad at the nigga that he don't teach him everything in that hour.
So not everything. Not everything, no.
I do think they need to spend more time.
It should be structured better. It should be structured better.
Is what it is.
It should be structured better.
It's easier to structure practice about nothing but basics because ain't nobody running to play. These little niggas is running up and down the floor, dribbling, trying to get to the basket, rebound. Everything's a fast break.
Fast break, everything.
And you can do the other little shit on your own. But I agree with you.
Absolutely.
They got to meet each other in the middle. One, it needs to be structured better. But two, nigga, we can't just be expecting niggas to teach all these 13-year-olds what to do, and 13 fucking 8-year-olds in an hour what they need to be doing.
Nah, because they're not all gonna be on the same level. But I feel like just being in them practices, I'm like, yeah, all right. I get in the game and it's you telling him he a power forward and he looking at you like you got 10 heads.
What's power forward?
You didn't even tell him what a power forward was. We didn't practice none of this.
Yeah.
When you're in practice, you're supposed to be practicing what you're gonna do in the game.
Yeah.
You're telling him to do this in the game, but you ain't show him how to do this in practice.
So what the fuck you expect them to do? Especially at entry level, because they just sitting there trying to be where
you telling him,
hey,
guard the ball, dribble the ball. You ain't practice dribbling in practice. Get the rebound. You didn't practice getting the rebound in practice.
You cannot answer this if you want to. Is his son at a better level than everybody else on the team?
No.
Is there one that is?
Yeah, there's a couple of that is.
Do they run the plays their way most of the time?
You said run the plays their way. There's no plays run. It's
get them the ball,
run and gun.
Yeah, I got what you're saying.
It's run and gun.
Yeah, that's the end of my rant for them. I did want to ask this question, but it probably put a little bit before we get into it anyway. We ain't got shit else for time. Is being constantly informed actually making us better people or worse? What I mean by that is we don't miss shit, nigga. You know when somebody shitted, you know when somebody violated, you know when the world about to end, you know when the world about to wake back up, you know when
I don't know if it makes
us shit. Do you think it makes us more stressed out, or do you think it makes us a better people?
No, honestly, for me, it's the opposite.
Have we forgotten the
way to enjoy life? I care less. Like, I care less. I don't give a fuck.
So you became numb to this shit?
Yeah, like, I don't give a fuck about none of this shit that's going on.
Does that make us better people or does it make us worse?
I want to say better, but like everybody, anytime somebody gets shot or like the whole, Diddy documentary, I don't give a fuck what Diddy got going on, bro.
That makes us bad people, right?
I don't give a fuck what Diddy got going on. Why does that make me a bad person? I don't give a fuck about that in life.
There's certain things you don't need to give a fuck about. But what I am saying to you is, we shouldn't not care that a nigga got shot. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Like we shouldn't. I'm not saying you don't care. Let me say. I'm saying there should be in a perfect world, my nigga. And I know we ain't in nothing perfect, but I'm just saying I would want a nigga to give a fuck that I got. You know what I'm saying? I would want a nigga to look like. Don't get me wrong. I'm desensitized to it too, nigga. We scroll so much, nigga. No shit. Instagram show.
I mean, I'm crazy. And it definitely sounded crazy because a lot of the shits that happened with especially the black people getting killed by cops, a lot of those motherfuckers be obviously unwanted, but they became martyrs, and a lot of systems and shit changed, which definitely helps us as a people in the long run. So for that, in that aspect, yeah, we should care because those negative things that happen in communities, whether it be your own community or somebody else's community, has an effect on you in the in the long run if it promotes change or results in some sort of change that affects everybody. So yeah, in that aspect, you should care. But do I care that Diddy beat the shit out of Cassie in front of an elevator? No, that don't got nothing to do with me. That don't got shit to do with me. I don't care.
Chill, bro.
Like I don't care. It don't have nothing to do with me. It don't affect my life whatsoever. I don't care.
It doesn't affect you. But
I
what
don't
I'm
care.
saying is,
I don't care. I'm just being real. I don't care.
that shit ain't funny. I'm sorry.
It's not.
How he said it was
trying to be. I'm just
how
being
he
real.
said it was funny.
I seen that shit and I was like, damn, he ain't had to do
But
all
that's
that.
not
I'm
okay.
not
That's what
strong.
I'm saying, son.
Nigga, it not being okay don't got
Doesn't mean you
nothing
gotta
to do
give a
with
fuck.
me.
You're right. Two things. It not being okay doesn't mean you gotta give a fuck. I 110%
So
agree
okay,
with you.
so what do we as a people, what are we supposed to do?
I'm just saying,
Over the
there was a time 20 years ago, let me say this. When niggas saw
when Chris Brown did it,
we was bucking.
I didn't care.
You're
I didn't
lying,
give a
nigga.
fuck about
That
Rihanna.
is, let me find out.
I
I'll
didn't
give
give
you
a
that one.
I
Stop.
felt bad for Chris.
Okay.
Chill,
I
bro.
felt bad. I genuinely felt bad for my nigga Chris. Because I said the same thing everybody else said when that shit came out.
This
what
nigga-
the fuck did she do to him to make him do that?
There ain't no
he
reason.
ain't that.
Ray, we can't do
He
that.
ain't that.
We can't do that.
No, he not
One,
that.
there
What
was
did she
nothing.
do to him?
He was young as shit. I'll give him that. But still, you don't put. There was a lot of young niggas that got violated that ain't whoop no girl like that.
Nah,
Facts.
son. But
Facts.
she beat
They're
him
not
up
gonna let
too,
you.
though.
I'm not okay. I hear you.
I know I'm maturing when I'm realizing that Chris Brown and Rihanna got into a fight and she lost. That's it.
Which is true, but there's no such thing as that in America, nigga.
Shit.
And what I'm saying to you is, you the main nigga that says weight classes matter. So if Ronda Rousey can motherfucking fight, if motherfucking George Foreman can fight, bitch, and they the same height, who's winning the fight? That's all I'm saying, nigga.
Said,
what
right.
is you talking about?
Weight classes.
You the main nigga that say that all the time. Weight classes matter. It don't matter if you bigger than nigga. If them niggas can both fight and I'm bigger, the nigga's gonna whoop the shit out of her. And this is what it is.
Okay,
nigga.
so what are we saying though?
What I'm saying to you is, we all of us didn't react like you when that happened. We was like, oh shit, he fucked her up. There was some of us, there was a lot of us, nigga.
Nobody saw that and was like, damn, that nigga's a woman abuser.
When
we was all like, damn, nigga, what did she do?
Which is true. No, we wasn't.
Why did he do that to her? What did she do?
We all wasn't like
fucking lying, nigga.
We all wasn't like that.
You fucking lying.
I wasn't like that.
You lying.
What I'm saying to you is this, yo. When Ray Rice knocked that motherfucker out on that motherfucking elevator, was it the elevator?
When he knocked her down on the thing.
When he knocked,
did she smack him first?
Listen, Ray.
Did she? I'm asking. Did she smack him
Ray.
first in the thing? Like they was in there, he smacked him, and then he.
If Adonis punched you in the stomach, and you start whooping on Adonis, you gonna say, "Hey, yo, Adonis punched me first? That's the fucking point.
No.
What are we fucking talking about?
No,
Nigga?
no,
We're talking about Ray Rice.
No.
The nigga runs
But
up
she
against
didn't do that to a child.
The nigga, she might as well have been. He run through 300-pound niggas all the time. Now, granted, I'm not sitting here condoning women. Let me find out.
I'm about to say, where's the safe space of saying she shouldn't have put her hands on that nigga? Then?
No, that I 110% also agree with. But there's a difference between back up off me and then completely knocking a bitch out. Is what I'm saying. And I ain't never done even the back up off me. But what I'm saying is, nigga, you gotta have some level of restraint at some point. Because you know you can whoop her.
I will say that I would have some level of restraint. But I'm not gonna say you have to. No, absolutely not. No, because in the same breath, if you can sit here and say that, like, oh, I say weight classes matter, and he goes through 300-pound niggas running back and all that, knocking niggas out, then as a female,
you should know that.
You know that shit. Why would you try that nigga?
To get you out of character, so that then you lose your career.
Then you got
give me some money
you had coming. If you can sit here and say, if we can sit here and say, yo, you probably shouldn't try that nigga because he run over fucking big ass linebackers and run niggas over for a living, and you tried that nigga anyway, then bitch, you got what you got, because not everybody give a fuck that you a woman. And there's no law, there's no nothing that says a nigga has to respect the fact that you're a woman. You put your hands on that man, you got what you got.
I 110% agree with you. I'm just saying.
Don't beat no women? No. But I also
there's a difference between there's a difference between
you can't
touch me.
He ain't do all that. He hit her once.
Nigga, and drag her off. She was you want to see a dead body? She was a dead body, nigga.
Chill,
What are you talking about? Like I'm fucking.
Yo, listen, I don't condone domestic violence. I'm saying you can't sit here and be like you can't sit here and say they timid, they small, they but then in the same breath be like, oh, it's okay for her to swing on you.
And we
no, my nigga, if you gonna be small and timid and all that, then stay small and timid. Don't come up to this level and then get mad when you get what you get.
Oh my God, this nigga's funny. I missed you, game. Real shit, bro. I can't lie. You can't do that. Can't lie. This nigga's stupid. But back to the original question, bro. Do you think we're getting so much information that is doing that? You don't think the fact that we becoming numb or desensitized to some of the most illest shit isn't a sign that we fucking either just stressed out bad, all of that? Like, nigga, there was a time where we would look at some shit that we see it now and be like, oh my goodness, how fucking that happened? We don't give a fuck now.
I feel like, because
we don't give a fuck. We don't care about nothing. Niggas getting shot on fucking Instagram.
You're numb to it because back in the day, we didn't have the access we have now. So having that access that everything is at your fingertips, yes, you're going to become numb to it.
Now, let's lead me back to the Lord real quick. Walk you right here. We wasn't supposed to eat off the tree of knowledge, okay? That's why we fucked up. We seeing too much. And I'm not really necessarily the most religious nigga. Shout out my sister Ashley, Mans Cartier. Shout out my baby girl too, Des. She is very religious, and they keep me prayed up. All right, I'm starting to find my way a little bit, but it kind of tied back into that because I'm like, yeah, it's right though, bro. There's some shit I don't think we was meant to always see. We are not built to always see the tragedy and the shit. We're not built to know all of that all the time.
I mean, but they say knowledge is power.
Too much power. That's why they'll tell you, if you could have 17 million liquid cash or have 5 million but no everybody business, nigga, you richer than that nigga with 17 million.
I wouldn't want to know everybody business though.
But what I'm saying to you is that's why they say knowledge is power. It's either a bad thing or a good thing. We ain't built to know everything because the nigga that knows everything holds the most power.
Too much of anything is a bad thing anyway.
For sure, I'd agree. But why we getting too much? That's what I'm saying. So I'm just trying to bring it up.
I don't think it makes us better or worse people. I just think we become numb to a lot of shit because we see it all the time.
I think that numbness from my stance makes us a more stressed and less compassionate society.
I think the opposite. I will agree, maybe less compassionate, but I'm not stressed. I genuinely don't give a fuck.
Now let me ask you this question. Do you think the world is in need of less compassion and more get off your ass and get it? Or do you believe that there needs to be more compassion in the world that's fucking crazy?
Nah, because I feel like the get up off your ass and get it. I feel like the world is more what's the word I'm looking for? Damn, I just had it and I lost it. I feel like they're just that now. Everybody's trying to do something. Nobody, like we was talking about earlier, nobody has just a hobby. Everything you do is about getting to the bag.
That's crazy to me, though.
Everything everybody does, no matter niggas be sitting in their kitchen, prop their phone up, record, posting for the likes and the clicks to get money.
Niggas that just, here's my thing though, bro.
Innovative, that's what I was looking for.
Yeah.
The world is way more innovative now than it was back in the day.
The crazy thing
way more innovative now.
I don't agree.
Yes.
I don't agree.
You can, nigga, nobody outside of the white girl that be smoking with Snoop Dogg, I don't remember, Martha Stewart. Nobody outside of her was getting money off this cooking shit. Now, everybody and their mama got a cooking page on Instagram, a cooking page on YouTube, and got all sorts of endorsement deals for fucking kitchen utensils and shit. Motherfucking comedians is doing their little clips on Instagram and getting Old Spice sponsorships. And I see niggas on Instagram started with football videos. Now they in the NFL commercials and shit.
Yeah.
Like, no, they're doing all the shit that they was doing, just making funny videos and shit off of anything. All them niggas is getting paid now. It's easy to do. The world is way more innovative now. You can get to the bag in so many different ways.
My original argument was
so many different ways.
The reason I'm saying that it's not innovative is because I don't see some of those things as innovations. A lot of that shit is copy and paste, is what I'm saying. The other thing I'm saying to you is nostalgia right now is the shit that's moving right now. Like a lot of niggas, if you really look at certain shit, like the things that's moving units right now is shit that was old coming back again. But
that's always how it goes.
But not to this extent. You got Averex, Pele, apple bottom jeans coming out. You got motherfucking niggas going back to see Five Nights at Freddy movies. Like the movies that are coming out ain't even motherfucking nothing but nostalgia shit. Like there's no
Averex coming back?
Niggas got Averex leathers, but the Averex is out, nigga. Apple bottom. What I'm saying is like it's a revolving door. So the question is it innovation or is it a lot of copy and paste?
But you talking about fashion is different. That's always been like that. I'm talking about innovation as far as
how they get to the bag.
You can get money any way possible now, and it wasn't like that back then. It was not like that. There was certain trades and certain shit you could do. Obviously, everybody get into the bag in a certain way, but I'm saying now.
But just because you're getting to the bag don't mean it's innovative, is what I'm saying.
It is. If you have found a way
a
to
new
get
way,
yeah,
a new way would be innovation. But if you're copying and pasting,
nigga, it's
that's
all
not originality. That's not innovation, is what I'm saying. By definition, is not to be innovative is to create it, right?
Yeah, you created a way to get something.
Understood. What I'm saying is if you see a blueprint in front of you, and I'm not knocking nobody at all, because clearly I'm doing it too.
So you saying that if this nigga start doing a podcast getting paid, and I start doing a podcast getting paid, I'm not the innovative one they are because they started.
I don't want to say that. I think the way you do your podcast is what will make you innovative, and how you get your money off that will make you innovative, which is why I'm taking some of my comment back. But I think back to the original, when you're saying that you think it's more innovative now, or nobody has hobbies anymore, everything's getting to the bag. I think that's where we lack as well too. Like nobody, as a society, nobody is just waking up and doing something because they love it anymore. They are doing it and pretending that they love it a lot because the bag is coming after that. Hear me out. And this is what I was just about to say to you too.
You ain't got no choice.
I was just about to say this. With that being said, I can't blame them because I feel like to be able to have a hobby is a luxury. You get what I'm saying? You feel me? Like to be able to have
My bad.
to be able to have a hobby is a luxury in this day and age because of the cost of living, because it costs so much to go get some fucking eggs. You gotta do anything you do, you better hope it bring you a motherfucking penny. You get what I'm saying? Because ultimately at the end of the day, if you don't, you're falling short. But I also do believe at some point, in order to keep your peace, in order for yourself to keep the things that you love and care for, you should motherfucking find a hobby and do those things to find your release in the sense that you can. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't think we live in a world where people do that. But I also believe, like I said, hobby right now is a luxury. Nigga, you better go get to it, because if you're sitting on your ass not getting to it, you're missing.
I mean, you can have hobbies, but you gotta have hobbies, but you gotta have a way to get to it too, though.
For sure. All right, man. We came to the part of the show that unfortunately we have to get to. Not unfortunately, I wish we didn't have to get to this. It is unfortunate. But again, man, I started off this pod by giving my condolences to the Bird family, to those babies, to his grandkids, all of that. Kenny Bird, man. What more can we say, right?
R.I.P.
It's sad, R.I.P. Kenny. But I am going to hit a round of applause for him. The reason I'm going to hit that round of applause for KB Senior is, as I've been sitting here these past couple days, man, I've been thinking of what it is that made me kind of go through these up and down feelings about it. You know what I mean? Not up and down in the sense that I was questioning who he was, but like in the sense of why am I feeling it, I guess, so much, right? And as I sit here as a father of an 8-year-old and hopefully of another child at some point, then I'm clipping this shit. The things that
Chill,
KB would appreciate that, man. He's a funny nigga. But 2 words came to mind about this man: family and father. And I think that's what it is. In full transparency, I go to the Y at a young age. As I'm at the YMCA, I'm a little bit older than Kenny's son, KB. Shout out KB. I'm hooping. KB took a liking to me. But one thing that was always there when you saw little KB was Big Kenny.
Absolutely. That's how I met him.
It was never a time or place that Bird wasn't in that YMCA with his son, putting up shots with him, at a game, talking to the other kids that's in the gym, hitting that Tim Duncan
fade away off the glass.
He barely jumped. He was so brolic. It was just watered up, right? When he would take the court, he always took the court with not only him, but his son was a part of that 4.
KB was with
no matter KB was 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
getting it in with grown men.
10, his entire life. So while I'm there, Big Kenny and KB both took a liking to me, right? I was able to spend time with KB. KB would come to the crib, chilling shit. But again, the constant was Bird. You saw that in how his son played, how KB became one of the better players in Auburn, period. Because his dad pushed him to that and was constantly working with him, constantly in the gym, constantly present. And not just for his son. Shout out to Sherelle. Always there for his daughter. Always there present. Never missed a thing. All right? Kenny's energy was vibrant. Every time you saw him, there was a smile. Me and him, there was one time they had a birthday party at his crib for, I think it was Sherelle at the time. So we all go over there, we dancing and shit. Shout out my girl, Bree, Bird, his niece, y'all all together right now. Vanessa, the whole entire family, funny as shit, man, I tell you. But we in there, we dancing and shit, and you just hear Kenny in the back. How you do that shit? Every time I hit a move. How you do that shit? You know what I'm saying? And from the time, nigga, I had to be probably like 14 at that time. I'm 36. I just saw him probably like 2 weeks ago. Same thing. I'm in Topsy like a try. How you do that shit? You ain't gonna hit nothing for me real quick? Like, it was just who he was. He didn't forget you. If he cared about you, he cared about your family. He came across you. He always asked how you was doing. Always asked how your family was doing. Always took the time to come talk to you. Always took the time to make sure you was good. Grandfather, man.
Every time I seen him, I just seen your pops, man. How Big Wayne doing?
Exactly.
He doing good, man. I met Big Kenny and Lil KB, like I said, Herman Nav Park, and that's how they got cool. He got cool with my dad because he out there teaching his little son how to play basketball. My dad out there teaching me how to play basketball, and I was older than Kenny, but we was damn near the same size back then.
Yeah, and Kenny ain't what size he was anyway.
I was older than KB at the time, but we was damn near the same size. So we, you know what I mean? Me, my dad, and Big Kenny and KB, we out there just hooping at Herman at the park and all that. And then they linked up. We would link up playing ball and all that. And then my dad ended up coaching KB and CCYO. And I always was, Big Kenny always at practice, KB always there, and it was always love. I always seen him everywhere. Even when I was playing CCYO, he was coming in there giving me little tips of the trade and all that. And it's just like knowing my dad. My dad don't really rock with a whole lot of people out here, but he fuck with Big Kenny out here. And every time I seen Big Kenny, he be like, "Yo, how your dad doing, man? Tell Big Wayne I said what up." I'm like, I got you, Big Kenny.
I got you, man.
Hey, you still fast? You know that.
If he gave a fuck about you, boy, you knew it, man.
That was a real good dude.
Fly dude.
Fucks with Big Kenny,
man.
Every time I seen him, got the rims on the joint.
Every whip he had, clean. Never not clean. Shit looked like glass.
Like, oh.
Okay,
got the white on glass. White. Shit clean.
That boy was never not clean, man. He took all the kids, man. Zach, you know what I'm saying? Deantha. Like, when I think of even basketball, like, D was nasty as a girl at basketball. You know what I'm saying? And Kenny was a constant there too. Kenny, D, Sherelle.
I spent
that whole
every
like,
week
was always
with
together. And the one thing that also too was like, once his kids loved you and brought you into the fold, you became that to him. You know what I mean? Like, when I think about the relationship that he has with people outside of his family, just basically off the you fuck with my family, you friends with them, you family to me type shit. That's just who he was. You know what I mean? And it just speaks to it even at the court, bro. He'll see you, see us. Like, when he saw me, he just took to. If he liked you, you was there. You know what I'm saying? You was a constant. You was somebody that he dealt with. He remembered your time. He remembered what he remembered you for. And every time he saw you, he let you know that he saw you and that he loved you and that he remembered whatever time
it was always
y'all had with each other. You know what I mean? Again, man, it's just it's sad, but when you know who Kenny was, it's hard to shed too many tears because he was such a happy soul, man.
I mean, that's how we talked about earlier. You gotta focus on loving yours, and like I said before, not only loving yours, but you gotta understand. I feel like a lot of times people get hung up on not being loved the way they want to be loved, and instead of accepting the love that they getting because that's how that person expresses their love to you.
And sometimes, bro, that's just what they know. You know what I'm saying?
But it's like, I feel like if more people
and this is not acceptance, this we talking separate. This ain't to Kenny and
if more people were more accepting of just love in general and not necessarily it being packaged the way you wanted to be packaged, I feel like we would all be better off because I feel like a lot of times if somebody's not being loved the way they say they want to be loved, they they automatically take it as you don't fuck with me or you don't love me or you're not trying to show me no love. And it's just like, no, I just don't do it necessarily the way you do it. And I'm telling you that I don't. I'm showing you that this is how I express my love for you. So take it as that instead of not taking it as what you want it to be.
For sure. And I think just moving on, man, love like Kenny love, man. Period. Love like Bird love, man.
And, love your people, man.
Love your people. Love on them. Be there for them consistently as Bird was. You know what I'm saying? Be in their life. Whether y'all beefing or not, he was with his people and in their face on a constant basis.
All the time.
And I just don't think about his immediate family or his actual blood relatives. He was that for many people. You know what I'm saying? He was that for anybody he came across. And you can tell by the response that he's getting in his passing. So in closing, again, I want to say, Bird, thank you for being you.
100%.
Thank you for showing us simply through action what it meant to be a father, an active father, a dedicated father, somebody that was in his kid's life. Not saying you always had it the best, nothing like that. None of us do, but you made it look so easy to just, you know what? All you got to do, brothers, is be there. That's all you got to do. All you got to do is show interest in your loved ones, show interest in your kids, show them and support them in what they love and like to do. Because again, you never saw any of his kids in a sport,
and he
specifically Kenny, and his ass wasn't there. Not even at a YMCA gym, not at an actual game. There was never a time.
You see one, you see the other.
You saw one, you saw the other. And that's with all of his children. So again, man, rest in peace. My condolences. Again, thank you for showing us young men for years, simply through your action, what it meant to be family man and what it meant to be a father. And my condolences to the Bird family. My love to y'all. Y'all need anything, nothing but a phone call away. It's another episode of What's the Status, Travis. We out of here.